I honestly think Jordan Ricky is one of the hottest guys. If
I've
honestly,
ever seen.
bro, he's fucked up, man. Like I get goosebumps when I talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to Jordan's Room. I'm here with Tegan Yorwarth. Obviously, we were just talking about it. You were supposed to be over here in Sydney today, and
would have arrived I would have arrived maybe like an hour ago.
Honestly, I think you should count your blessings because New Zealanders and Aussies, they party different. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I remember, obviously I grew up in New Zealand, but I've been over here for a minute. So I remember, I think it was last year I went home, and over here in Australia, they love partying for at least 2 days. But I went home, and then where is it? Ponsonby? Is that where everyone goes out? And then I went out there, and then it was sort of like 12, 1 o'clock, and everyone called it in, and I was like, oh, where are we going to now? And they were like, oh, nah, bro, that's it. I was like, oh, or maybe that just might have been my experience. I feel like you've got
to be around like a certain breed of people to be fucking on it.
Yeah,
on it till you vomit.
True. So, what have you been up to? What have you been up to? Just give us a little introduction.
I haven't been up to much, just been working. That's kind of all I do. But at the moment I'm on like 2 weeks leave. So I'm just trying to find shit to do because I was meant to be in Aussie, but now I'm not. So I'm just, filling in time. I don't know, filling my cup.
How's the how's the whole COVID situation over there? Is everything like back to norms and up and running?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I don't think anyone really takes any precautions at all. We're like just living life normal. We still get to go to festivals and still get to go out and I think the last lockdown Auckland had, which is obviously where I'm based, was in like February. We had a lockdown, like a level 3 one for like a week, but other than that, we're just fine.
Yeah, Auntie went pretty hard on it at the start, and I reckon obviously everyone's just loving it now.
Yeah.
I obviously Sydney's in lockdown, has been for about 3 or 4 weeks now, I think. So I've put on so much fucking weight, it's ridiculous. I've just been eating pizza, I don't know. I try to get a little training session in here and there, but I don't know, man. It's not for me. I've got too much head noise, so I gotta escape here and there. But I found like I've been drinking a lot more too.
Oh, really?
Was that the case? Was that the case for you guys in lockdown, or just like not on the beers, but just a bottle of wine, like at least once a month?
No, literally. I think first one we had was like 4 weeks, which is like beginning of last year. I was on the wines all the time. Like I just needed it because I was still working.
Yeah.
But I'd be finished work by 10 a.m. and then I'd go home and I'd have the whole fucking day to kill. And I'd be like, okay, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah. So obviously you work for MAI FM, right?
Mm-hmm. My morning crew.
My morning crew. How long have you been doing that for?
Full time, like full announcer, 2 years. Like just had my little 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. Because I've honestly like when anyone has asked me like what's your dream job, it would be to work on the radio, and obviously the podcasting got lucky with knowing the boys and got into it. But how does that whole process, like how did you start off in radio? Did you go to like uni and study anything or?
So I went to uni, but I studied comms, which is kind of like any basic bitch kind of studies that over here. But so I did comms. I majored in like TV because I kind of wanted to get in that side. I loved radio, but I just like the whole announcing thing's super unattainable. Like they kind of go, oh, it's real hard to do that. Like
because it's such a small space.
Kind of yeah. And then so I got into radio like with all my TV experience, like editing videos and shit. I worked for George FM, and then I literally, it's a pretty like normal story, but I just like was talking to someone on the piss like at a work party, and then Lily Toto, who was obviously on my morning crew before me, she announced she was leaving, so they were looking for someone to replace her, but they kind of look internally first and see who they can scout out, and they just one of the bros just thought I was a good chat when I was pissed, so they put me forward, and then so the next week they were like, do you want to audition for Lily's role? And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then, the rest is history.
The rest is history. Well, congrats.
It was kind of like not the plan, but I think universe, all that shit.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a massive believer on that. And did you, did you get on before, George, didn't you?
Yep. So I was on, Nate was still here. I did like 6 months or maybe 6 months to a year with Nate, and then Nate left. And then we were like, shit, what do we do, me and Nixon? And I was like, can we please try this guy, the River Jordan? I didn't actually know him, but he's so funny on Instagram and shit.
Yeah, he's crack up.
Yeah. And I was like, kind of wanted someone who, I don't know, like I feel like the best people at radio don't really know radio. Like they're just good. Yeah. And we tried him, and he was fucking amazing. And yeah,
because I was like, I always watch your guys' stuff and shit, and I crack up at like karaoke Fridays, the best. But I feel like obviously like MAI FM's massive over there, but I feel like it's got such a presence over here now because you guys' social media presence is like picked up heaps, and you guys are like even just having 3 people in the studio at once. How does that all work out? Like, do you guys just like, do you guys ever butt heads, or is it just always pretty?
Yeah, like we're like family, like bottom line, and but we bicker like family do. I find me and Jordan get on each other's nerves the most, but it's in like, but love him like he's my big brother. They're both like my big brothers, and then our new producer Mark, he's like dad. Yeah, and they've got backs, but like we definitely have had our fair share of like little tiffs, but it's always like as long as we end it with a hug, you know. Yeah, then it's all good. But it's like to get that, like we've got really good synergy, and you can't fake that shit. Nah. Like the fact that we've been able to crack that, I'm just like so grateful for that, because like I think your career in radio, like it's you get out of it what you put in, but also like if you've got a good fucking combo, then you guys are honestly so funny, eh? And even you know, when you guys when you were talking about the article about dating, I was like, I've made it. I've fucking made it. But you thought I was taking the piss, eh? I was stoked. I mean, I was sort of, because I'm like, I just don't know. But then, I was kind of stoked. And like all my mates that fucking froth you guys were all just like, what the fuck, Teagues? Like, what the fuck, he just posted you? I'm like, yeah, damn fucking straight. It was, honestly, it was funny. Like, just that it was pretty surreal, because like obviously growing up in NZ, and I don't know, sometimes you just don't think how far these articles will go, and they're pretty outrageous sometimes. So but like YKTR, like over in NZ, I haven't been over there since being a part of it, but apparently it's like pretty outrageous over there. Like the pretty crazy following. One of my like best mates, Jake, he literally is like such a YKTR stan. Like I was like, because he was like, since when the fuck do you even follow those boys? And I'm like, you know, that kind of shit. And I'm like, he goes, and he literally showed me receipts from your guys' website of how many years he's been buying like merch and stuff. Like he's such a stan. So yeah, shout out to Jake. But he kind of, it's funny, there's a lot of the boys that like you guys, you got a real cult following, eh? I didn't even like realize until I joined, and then just the random messages you get, like people try and FaceTime me and shit, and like send me weird videos and photos and stuff. So I don't know, it's just getting used to it, I guess. But I wanted to, obviously the podcast is about love and, you know, relationships and all that shit. So I wanted to dig in, like ask you, you've probably talked about this on your own, on the station, but I wanted to dig into like, what's your best and worst date that you've ever been on? Best and worst date, they literally both come under the same fucking umbrella, because guess what? You have a nice date and then I always get ghosted. Oh, fuck. Wait, how sad is that? How sad is that shit? I think I'm like absolutely winning. And then, I don't know. What do you mean? Into it. I reckon I just like, I don't know if I'm intimidating maybe. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is. Maybe I need to like... do you reckon it's because you're so confident that potentially guys... Because I feel like guys in New Zealand, you know, they would get intimidated by that. Wait, they're just shit cunts. But but like, like there was this one date I went on. I had gone away for work and like off the grid. And like I went on a date with him and he was absolutely divine. And I was like, oh yeah, could be a vibe. Like, you know, could be a vibe. Came back and I'd broken my toes, and so I was just like out of action for a bit. You broken your toes? I broke 2 toes. What the fuck were you up to? I was like, I wish I had a great vibe. That's not a vibe. And like, so I was kind of out of action, and he was like, want to meet up? And I was a little bit like, but I was like, oh, when I'm out of the boot, let's tee up. And then I kind of maybe didn't message soon enough, and then the bro blocked me. But,
What do you mean he blocked you?
I don't know. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even solicit them. Honestly, I'm like bad like Brian when it comes to love, but it's all right.
No, honestly, I'm in the same boat as you because I always get ghosted too.
Yeah.
Or
like,
it just
why would you not want this?
I know, man. I'm 6'3", 6'5". Nah, 6'2", 6'3". You know, it just always happens to me. It always happens to me. So, like, what do you reckon it's made it harder to meet someone since you've been on the show?
Yeah, 100%.
It has.
I reckon, yeah. I find like, I don't know. I've talked about this before, but like, fucking people have like they already know you.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed to me having to get to know someone. So I think it's harder to like, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. It's just, yeah, it's either I'm too intimidating or like the whole premise of it is a bit too intimidating, or it's just hard to like meet people that kind of relate to me in the sense. That sounds super wanky.
No. I get you. I feel like since I've started on the podcast, and obviously it's pretty raunchy, people just make their minds up before I'll either go on a date and then they'll find out that I do a podcast and the whole YKTR Buzz, and then they'll look into it, and then I'll get completely ghosted. So I don't know.
I've had dudes that like I'll be like, I don't know, chatting to maybe there might be a roster, who knows? But anyways, I'll be chatting.
Is there a roster or not?
You know what? Honestly, no. At the moment, fuck no. I've got nobody. But I'll be talking to a few boys and I'll talk about something on air.
Yeah.
And one of them will go, is it about me? And I'm like, don't fucking play yourself. It's about the other one. Like, you know what I mean?
She's
like,
talking about
me. Say that. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. People are either scared that they're going to be talked about or like, I don't know. They will be talked about.
Yeah,
but I don't use any.
Well, honestly, you would have loved it over in Australia because Kiwi girls are like a delicacy over here.
Oh, really? Is it a good thing or like?
Sorry to use that
word. Are they
word,
like
but
stay away like a fucking red flag, or are they all?
Nah. Like I think, like I talk about it to the boys. Like Kiwi chicks are they're almost like guys. Just their energy, they're just confident, bit aggressive on the piss. You know what I mean? Like they don't take shit. Aussie guys are pretty cheesy over here, so I feel like Kiwi girls are just like, what the fuck? That's lame as, but
I feel like that's like me and a couple of my mates. We're pretty fucking run it straight, but no one seems to be able to handle it here.
Yeah. I mean, I've only to be honest, personally, I've dated one Māori girl.
Yeah.
It's my first girlfriend. I haven't spoken to her since we broke up. She hates me. Nah. But yeah, I find Kiwi girls intimidating, to be fair. So what's your ideal type of guy? Because as you know, like most of our followers and people that watch it are men. So potentially you could be talking to your future husband right now. So it's like I'm like, this is like a matchmaking. I feel like Cupid right now. And honestly, I kid you not, any girl that's come onto this podcast and said they're single, they've been ghosted, get bombarded with messages from guys. So potentially, so I hope, imagine you just don't get any. You're like, fuck.
Yeah,
all right. So what's your ideal guy?
Okay. I don't want to sound shallow, so I'm going to start with like personality traits, and then we'll go to the physical attributes.
Okay.
Personality wise, just has to be able to take the piss, and like it's just like bants. Like I think bants is really important because if you don't know how to chat, then I'll get fucking bored.
Yeah.
Also, I've been with shy guys before, but I actually prefer when they're not shy because I hate having to carry convos.
Yeah.
And sometimes I want someone else to fucking talk, like because that's all I do.
You can be a shy guy. You can be a shy guy at the start.
Yeah.
Say that again, sorry.
Loyalty is also the other one. It's kind of like a joke because I feel like I always get with guys that fucking cheat on me or whatever. But
cheaters are doomed.
Loyalty, very important. But as we move on to the physical attributes, fuck me. I just love brown boys. But like,
oh shit, you're making me
I'm
shy.
Just down for it. Like, but also, I don't really discriminate. I feel like you just fucking like who you like. But if I look at my recent track record, I feel like it's always like someone half caste. Usually got a rugby or league build. Like, you know, God made me that way to think it. And I don't know. Yeah. I've got this weird thing about wanting to be a wag. I think I just miss my own face. So now I just
have you spoken to any footy players via Instagram and stuff?
Yeah. But,
who?
I can't.
Oh, that'd be crack up, eh?
There's a few here and there, but you know, it's whether I've followed through. That's the real.
Well, are there some most over in New Zealand or? Man, fuck them.
Well, okay, fuck it. I don't even care. I used to see one.
Yeah.
And that didn't end great at all. And then I've definitely dabbled with another.
Yeah.
But he's not based in New Zealand. He's based in Oz.
Oh,
but there's
whereabouts?
DMs. Huh?
Whereabouts?
Sydney.
Oh, he's in Sydney. Well, there's a handful of is he league or union?
Yeah.
You're a league girl, eh?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I know I do love union boys. Like, I feel like there's more union boys here, obviously.
Obviously, right? Yeah.
But like, not that I've got with it.
Of course, yeah.
Because here's my rule. My sister always told me, like, you don't want to be a groupie, right? Don't want to be a groupie. So like, I always had a rule, like, okay, if I was going to get with one from one team, you cannot touch that team after that.
No, you can't.
You just can't.
I like that rule.
So I've just been real careful about, like, if I've got with someone who maybe I have, like, I'm not going to get with anyone else from that team.
And that's play on, actually. A lot of guys respect that because there's nothing worse than fucking one of your teammates just rocking up to their end of year awards and then, you know what I mean? And then you just see baby girl there you're like, oh God. It just ruins the whole team dynamic. Yeah. Or you could do that to be vindictive and toxic.
Yeah. And fuck, like, I'm bad enough, like, especially when I'm on the piss, I will slide into fucking anybody's DMs. Like, I just do not give a fuck.
Oh, really?
But it's like, fuck, if I had followed through with every single person who I've, like, chatted to, like, in the DMs.
Yeah.
Big hoe. But
you know what? This is what I'm obsessed with. This is like over in the States and shit. Females are so ruthless, just the way they talk and the way they interact, and like they go on podcasts, they tell stories. It's just not the same energy here. You know what I mean? So
I wish I could.
Oh man, it would honestly. I feel like the way that Jordan's room's going is the more females that come on, the more open that people will get. You know what I mean? So I'm all for it. I'm all for chicks having the same energy as guys. You know what I mean? So there was one girl that came on here and she was raunchy as, and her and her partner ended up breaking up over it. So I couldn't post the thing.
Wait, that was meant to happen though. The universe
100. That's it. That's his own insecurities. I feel like if
you know what I'll say? I won't name and shame anyone that isn't as a ghost of my past, if you will.
Yeah.
But I'll name and shame who I would.
Okay.
Wait, fucking Jordan Ricky. Straight up. And also,
oh shit.
And also, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Kalen Ponga as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not at the same time, just something.
hey, man, win in Rome, man. You can do it. You know what I mean? They're all up in Brisbane.
I'm like, you know what? If I was alone with you in a room,
man,
I'd take him home to meet my mum. You know.
Honestly, I honestly think Jordan Ricky is one of the hottest guys. Honestly, bro, he's fucked up, man. Like I get goosebumps when I talk about it because I'm such a massive advocate of him. I just have, I potentially he's a pretty humble guy. He's pretty chill. You know,
he seems lovely.
Yeah, he's lovely as. So like whenever we try to gas him up, he's like, oh shucks, man. But I think hands down, he's the hottest guy in the NRL, in rugby.
Yeah.
Who would you think? Who would
either one of the two I just said?
Kalen's sexy as too, and just he's walking around Newcastle with no shoes on. Guy's got more money than God, and he's just wearing fucking Quicksilver track. You know what I mean? That's husband material. But
honestly, when he had a mullet, it was honestly game over for me. It's game over.
He had a mullet?
There's something about mullets that get me fucking wild. Like, I just love them. And I've never, ever dated a dude that wants to get a mullet. And I'm just like, why is the universe not letting me just have this one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy with an awesome mullet. Yeah.
Man. Honestly, what are your if you had to name your top 10, is that too many? Is that too hard, or good looking footy players, rugby union and NRL?
Okay.
Top 10. So obviously number one's the best, because I'll give you mine as well.
Of what? You're okay.
I'm into that gay shit.
Okay.
Respectfully.
I'm gonna say. Okay, obviously we're gonna say Jordan Ricky.
Number one.
I'm gonna put him number one, and I'm gonna put Kalen Ponga number two.
Ooh.
I'm just going through like, Dylan Brown, only because he's funny as fuck as well. I love
Dylan Brown. Yeah. Fair play. Is that number three yet?
Yeah, I'll go number three.
Okay,
we've got to switch over to Union, don't we? I've got a few at the top of my mind, but I'm just being wary. Number 4, which is Union. He plays for the Crusaders here. Lester Fanga Anuku.
Oh, okay. The exotic.
Gorgeous mullet.
Yeah, nice.
Gorgeous mullet. Who else? Oh, God.
Is Corey Norman in the top 10?
Oh, he's on my sister's fucking number one spot.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't name and shame AP, but that's right. Quinn Tapia, gorgeous.
Great choice.
I have to say Damien McKenzie because of the mullet.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What a pick. He's sexy.
100%.
He's sexy.
I'm trying to think which blues players.
I've got one off the top of my mind. I go Rico.
Oh, Rico. Yeah.
Wow. Just the way he plays the game too.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I'm getting lost in the sauce.
I reckon, do you know what though? Of all the Super Rugby teams, Chiefs 100% have the Scuxest team.
Really?
That's the best looking team.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Who else is on the Chiefs?
I reckon Auckland Blues are up there too.
Yeah, they are. I reckon Caleb Clark's a cutie.
Yeah. Let me get some up. Let's have a quick squiz while we're on the topic.
He's a real take home to your mum, you know?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Oh, I mean, Liam Messam, like, come on now.
Oh, yeah, he's a snack, man. He's been a snack.
Yeah.
He's like Benjamin Button, that guy. It's like fine wine.
Oh, yeah. He literally just doesn't age, eh?
Is he still playing for the All Blacks? No.
I'm like, maybe I need some more league players. Hold on.
Top 5 all time, if you can't think of the top 5 all time.
All time. Oh God, that's so hard. Well, you know my top 3.
So these all time all time.
Okay, all time. Okay, that's different. I did this list on. I was on air not long ago, and I did a list because the boys were talking about their favorite players of all time, and I said, okay, I can't contribute to this chat because I actually don't really know anything. Yeah. But here are my top 5 hottest.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure the best looking people. I had Kaylin, I had Dylan, I had Richard Kahui.
Oh wow.
Boy, what a beautiful man.
Sexy. He's sexy, man. And even with the Greys as well, he's playing at the Force at the moment. He's fucking sexy. Still got it.
Yeah. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the perfect man. The perfect man.
His legs.
I don't know who my number 5 was. I feel like my number 5 was Jordan. So there you go. There's my top 5 all time.
My top
3 of them
5.
from generation.
These are my top 5 all time. Okay.
Okay.
And
go.
I'm a massive advocate of good-looking players. So I've got number 1, Sonny Bill.
Oh, okay.
I just don't even know how that. Sonny Bill Williams. Wow, yeah. What a guy! I would hook up with him. I don't. I'm just putting it out there. Jordan Ricky.
Yeah, of course.
And I've got Big Tino from the Titans.
Oh, who's that?
Come on, man.
Wait, let me give that just a cheeky
have a look.
Google.
He's got a mullet too, man. That's what I'm saying. You're missing out. You're missing out.
Is he from? It's okay. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's about 6'5", 6'6", I think too. So he's a big boy. So that's my 3. Who else have I got? I'm going to mix it up here a bit, and I'm going to go Ma Nonu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, the hair and the eyeliner and shit. How many is that? That's 4. Is that 4 or 3? Oh, you've changed your drinking style.
Wait, bro, do you know, literally beforehand I was lipping it and then I was like, fuck, if I lip on this podcast, I'm going to get roasted.
Who else?
I'm doing like real people like shaking as well.
Man, when I watched
Anyway,
rewatch that shit, that's fucking crack up. Number 5, I would have to go Dan Carter.
Oh, why did I not think of DC?
Just the way he carries himself, you know?
Yeah. He's a lovely dude. I've trained with him a couple of times. Like, that sounds real wanky, but like I've just been at the same gym and we've been in the same training. And he
is he good looking? I haven't seen him in real life, but I could imagine he's something special.
He's just like one of those perfect men, like just lovely, so genuine, and just like looks great for his age.
Could kick the shit out of you if you're into it.
I was literally just looking at him. I was like, bruh.
There's so many players that come to top of mind. Johnny Wilkinson's up there. Anyways, I'm getting lost in the sauce. Sometimes I get too far in the gay shit. Oh, sorry. respectfully. So like, what's the? I wanted to know for myself, right? Because I think I'm trying to level up in my like my podcast and shit. Because you guys are like in the mornings. What time do you guys start?
I get in like no later than 5. We start on air at 6 a.m. So start live. Sorry.
Oh, is that all live?
Yeah. So 6 till 10's live. Yeah. But I get in at 5 and I do all the sport. So I have to do all the sport news and shit. So I write and read all that and record it, do the weather, and then the boys get in around 5:30. Producer's already there, but the boys get in 5:30. We have like a planning call the night before. So it's usually like all good to go by the time we get there, but we just have some last minute planning and then we just fucking turn the
And do you guys like space everything out like a month in advance or? Oh yeah.
Not a month in advance, but literally we've got like a whole planning sheet and it's like a grid that we like fill out.
Yeah.
And
if you had to pick,
even though content, a lot of it sounds like real organic, like it is definitely thought out, but a lot of our like moments that will go online and like TikTok and all that shit, like that's usually pretty like off the cuff stuff, but the content itself is like pretty well planned.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, man. Honestly, I watch all of it. And because when I was sitting, I was like, fuck, what can I? Because I hate doing podcasts via Zoom. So grateful to have you on, obviously. But I was keen to get you over here. And were you talking to any guys before you come over?
I definitely.
Because I'm gonna set you up on a blind date.
Wait, was someone here?
No. When you come to Sydney.
Oh, okay.
I've got the.
No, I definitely had said to an old friend that I was coming, and he was like, "Well, let me know when you're here, and I'll show you around, whatever that means." But that was kind of it. I hadn't really like set up anything. I have not been like on like dating apps and yonks because I was in a relationship last year and whatever. But then my mate was like, nah, get on the dating apps now, because then when we go to Sydney, then we'll just fucking swipe like crazy.
Yeah.
So I was ready for it, but nah, I hadn't.
Yeah, that's what's your idea on dating apps? I remember, I don't know if you've seen, but we went up to Brisbane and partied for the like Magic Round. I did the same thing. I was like, fuck. I just went. I changed my location to Brisbane, and I was just like, oh yeah. But how do you go on dating apps? What's your thought on them?
I don't really fuck with them now. Like I used to, like probably before I started working on air.
Yeah.
Used to absolutely fucking love that shit. But then now I tried out Hinge not long ago, and
is Hinge good in New Zealand?
Yeah, it's okay. Like I didn't mind it, but I felt like all the chat I was having was just so surface
level.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Like that's
just like, and I put a lot of thought into my profile. My prompts were fucking funny, and then I was just like, I'm getting nothing out here. But then I remember last year when I was like coming out of a relationship, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking get on Bumble, and like I did, and I was actually on there for 24 hours because like people messaged and were like, hey Tegs, like someone's catfishing using your photos, and I was like, oh my god, that's actually fucking me. So I just deleted it.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a way I can really do it that well at the moment, but I fucking love a little DM slide. So
yeah,
cut to the chase, baby.
yeah, 100%. I'm not all for I don't small talk myself. I'm more of a face-to-face guy. I've had one interaction from a dating app, and that was this chick who goes, "Oh, what's your address?" I was like, "Why's that?" She goes, "I'm going to drop something off." So I was like, "Oh, fuck." I should have thought about it more, actually. It's pretty dangerous to give my address out. But she came and she's like, "Oh, yeah, sweet. They're at your front door." So then I went to I got home and there was like dumplings at the front of my house. And she dropped off like a box of dumplings. And then that was the end of that. But I've found since doing this podcast, like, yeah, I can't jag anything really.
Yeah.
But in saying that though, I am actually seeing someone at the moment.
Oh.
So, but my ghosts from the past are starting to bite me in the ass. So,
yeah.
Who knows, man? Who knows? You might have to set me up on some fucking blind dates when I come back to New Zealand. Maybe take me on a date.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. I know, but wait, didn't you say before you wanted to set me up with someone in Sydney? Who?
Yeah. A few names spring to mind, but I don't know if I can say his name.
Why?
Well...
What does it rhyme with? No.
Lice. That's a bad thing to rhyme with, but I guess like that's the only thing that fucking settles into it. But he's a good guy. But I don't know his current situation, so I don't want to get him. I don't want to throw him in the deep end. But did you know all the boys? You might actually have to change your destination because all the boys have relocated up to Queensland.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So there'd be no point coming to Sydney if you're into that shit.
Yeah, but then they can't even fucking do anything, can't they?
I think they have to quarantine for 2 weeks and then they get to live like normal. So.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But still kind of ugly for them. But see, the whole wag life doesn't seem that appealing now. Like they're all fucking out and about and away for how long?
Yeah.
And someone needs to be my wag, you know?
The boys play up, man. The boys play up too.
I know. Hey, apparently. I know from experience.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, but, man.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know.
What happened?
No, I've talked about it before, and fuck, like I know his mates send him this shit when I'm like on podcast talking about.
Yeah.
They just cheated on me. Like, pretty sure that it was like 1 or 2 relationships that were going on at the same time as mine.
Oh fuck. So, that's intense.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think it would have hurt. I mean, fuck, cheating sucks no matter what it is. I don't think it would have hurt as much if it was like, just like went and got with someone one night or 2 nights or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like just full on like.
Oh, like a full relationship.
We were. Someone else thought that's what they were as well, and like.
Oh, really? So how did you find out? If you don't mind me asking, how did you find out?
I actually found out after. Way after we broke up, and it was like the other girls' friends told me.
Yeah.
So it was quite buzzy finding out, but I'm kind of glad I found out afterward because I was a lot more emotionally stable out of the relationship I was in.
Yeah.
But it made everything just went, oh, that fucking makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a weird thing. I've actually changed my whole perspective on relationships. Like, I just feel, and I'd like to get your outlook on it. Is I just feel like I know there is people out there that are like they love each other and that's their soulmate, but I just find that it's almost near impossible to find that person. So I've come up in my mind, if I was to get into a relationship, it would have to be somewhat open.
Right. Okay.
Not just because I'd be keen to hook up. Like I don't hook up with randoms, have heaps of one night stands and shit. That's not my vibe. But I just feel like the idea of not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or am I just a weird cunt?
Like I reckon.
Like, do you think you would be able to handle that the idea of having that sort of like that boundary like open?
I don't think I'd be okay with it. Well, I might be okay with it on my end, but not their end. You know what I mean? Like I might be like,
yeah, that's always the case. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I find like, I know what you mean though. It seems like so super fucking impossible to find like the one. I mean, the guy I thought was the one that dogged me the most, you know, like
true.
that's the guy I loved the most. So it's kind of like, you kind of have to go back to square one and go, shit, what am I actually looking for? And I always sit there and go, fucking wish I had a boyfriend. But then at the end of the day, I'm actually like super busy, super independent. And I'm like, I just want a person to like chat to. I don't think
100.
I like want that like commitment yet. And I'm only 24, turn 25 next week. Like I'm so like, yeah. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm young. And like my one of my mates said to me, she goes, you know, we spend like, when you find your person, like you will spend most of your life with that person.
Yeah.
So like, why are you in a rush to find it?
Yeah.
Like you might as well just make the most of like the single shit while you can.
Yeah. Who knows as well? Like, fuck, you can meet someone and then your whole perspective on the situation changes. But I feel like over time, shit just gets boring. Doesn't matter. Shit gets boring.
Yeah,
like I start, like fuck, man. I've been watching this Netflix show. Fuck, what's it called? Hey, what's that Netflix show called? The sex one. Sex Life. Have you seen that?
Oh no, I haven't. But is that the one that everyone does the reaction to online?
Maybe, but it's fucking naughty. It's naughty as.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty much like it's based on just what we're talking about, like not having not having, like, just being open about certain things, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I don't know, like, who knows? Maybe someone might change that idea of it, but
like,
initially,
you'll find the one, your soulmate.
Nah, I don't reckon. I reckon I was talking about this to baby girl. I was like you have like potentially have like 5 soulmates.
Yeah.
But then, see, I'm a jealous cunt too, so I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. Who knows?
What do they say? That you fall in love like 3 times. It's like there's your first love, the love that like totally breaks your heart, and then the one that's the real one. And I'm like, okay, well, I've had 2 so far, so I think the next one we're on for life.
Eighth time lucky. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the world we live in now, you just got to spice things up if you're going to stay with someone, you know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll see when I get to that bridge. I'll let you know. I just wanted to say thanks for coming on. Sucks that we couldn't do it face to face.
I know.
Had a few
I'm
drinks
so
as well.
Devo, but whatever.
It is what it is. I think the lockdown's going to be happening for another fucking 4 weeks, anyways. So.
Well, I rebooked my flights for like Labor weekend, like fucking end of October. So.
Oh, grouse. Yeah, we'll lock it in. We'll get you in. Get on the piss and talk some shit.
Okay. Wait, I just want full bender. Like, I don't want to be sober.
I don't bender anymore. That's not me. Maybe.
Well, can you just facilitate my bender?
Yeah. I will. I'll show you mad. Honestly, you'll have the best time. Am I right? Trust me.
Right.
All right then, man. Well, thanks again. We'll link up again soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro.